This run follows the run that we did with the choke on, and it did help the response from the engine and the way it pulled and everything, apart from the very low engine speeds, say throttling off to go around a corner and opening up again. It made it lumpy doing that, obviously. So what we've done now, this is with the choke off, but the needle in the slide has been raised. This time it's on the 4th groove from the top of the grooves, so it's getting a bit more fuel on the needle now. We're trying to sort of replicate the effects of having the choke on at the higher RPMs without spoiling the lower RPMs. And once again he's going the full distance. That's always a good sign. There he comes on the return journey. So a little bit about this bike. It's a Royal Enfield 350, alright. It all started with me fitting a 350 Bullet or Clipper engine into a Crusader type 250 rolling chassis. It's a lighter, more compact frame, and we have a couple of other engines for it. We've got an ordinary, well I say ordinary one, ordinary length conrod, ordinary bore and stroke. Then we've got an ordinary bore and stroke one with a short conrod. Both of those engines were good for about 32, 33 brake horsepower. This one, to all intents and purposes, is a 500 Fury engine with a big head with big valves and big ports that's been short stroked to make it into a 350, so it's actually got a shorter stroke than a Triumph Tiger Cub, so it's quite comfortable revving at 9,000 and beyond. It certainly seems to be able to take the punishment, and because it's got a working range of sort of, say, well, 4,000 or 5,000 perhaps, right up to 9,000 and beyond, that's a good rev band, you know, a good spread of revs to have on a 5-speed gearbox. It's actually got a top speed of over 115 miles an hour on its lowest gearing. We haven't actually checked to see how fast it goes on its highest gearing. Admittedly that was on a dyno, so you've got to allow for the fact that you haven't got the wind against it and things, but it pulls full revs on the track that it pulls on the dyno, so therefore the top speed is the same. And here he comes.